It's Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, and I'm here in Paraty, which is about 3 hours away from where we live. And a very beautiful place. And I just was inspired to talk about something that's very close to my heart. Something that I face every day. I get emails. I was hoping they would go as comments to one of the many different websites, but now I get them as emails, as questions, and one often comes from Joseph. He always sends me the links of the latest discoveries and latest scientific news and asks me for a comment, and then I'm usually very short because I have so many things to do, but I can tell I probably feel I'm too short and I'm too in a way rude to not saying more, but I apologize to everyone who feels this. It's just my day is so full, and then I want to have also quite a bit of my free time, like here. And Paraty, 50-50 Dili, that's my idea. So here you see it's why would you trade this with answering some emails about some latest scientific discoveries? And well, what he said this time was, look at this link, it shows that information is really stored in the DNA. And I've seen this many times. Why? Well, I don't want to go into this. I have lots of intent, impulse to answer this, and then I'm not making it in like 3 lines, I make it in 3 pages, and again it takes me an hour. So like a year ago I made the firm wish for myself, I will not comment anymore about other people's ideas and inventions and theories that I consider not correct, not valid. I will just not make comments, and this will save me a lot of time, and it does. And I did this after I read at the Casa Don Ignacio. There was a statue of Ignacio de Loyola, and there was under it his saying that he considered most important in his life. Words are not possible for those who do not understand, and words are not necessary for those who understand. So it's not putting people down, really. It's a waste of time to try to convince somebody of something that's maybe not for his time, for his life, or just not for his type. So excuse me when I'm sometimes short about or not comment on some ideas that other people consider important. Now, another reason I think why there's one main problem in my life which I have not found a solution, and which maybe you can help me to solve. I have now 8 websites, each one having between 200 and 500 views a day. So there's thousands of people viewing posts every day, and it's all ideas that usually are for people that want to look deeper, that want to think deeper. It's not like some music video that has millions of views. It's really only for a selected few people. So still I have only maybe 1-2 comments a month, and this is something I see as a deficiency of what I'm and how I'm presenting things. If I would present it in a better form, I would have more interaction. Now Joseph wrote that I don't get much comments because I'm too hard on people, and it's also true I can blame it on being German. I think I'm not so German anymore as I was, but still, I'm probably not the light-hearted, most light-hearted person. So, again, it's my type. It's not my intention. It's not. I hope it's not bad hard, or you feel it's not bad hard. But anyway, I think the main reason why it sometimes seems hard is because it's really mostly different ideas than what's our conventional ideas that our time is presenting to us. And so what is really what I see is what replaced the religious assumptions, dogmas, ideas of the past today, and every age has its dogmas. And so the confession of today is for those who don't follow just the regular religions, that everything is explainable or is an effect of energy or everything is stored, if they talk about information, it's stored in some material things like the DNA. That's number 2. And the number 3 is that everything is basically explainable with quantum laws. And for me, this is a very, very limiting way of seeing our world, because quantum science has a few experiments, a handful of some photons that apparently communicate with each other and that are maybe in different places or in different forms, wave and particle. And then to think we can really use this as the basis of explaining and being able to prove things in our life is really just as limiting as to say that there's only a trinity of things in Christianity. It's like it's very limiting. There's no help really. It's an obstacle to go deeper. So that's why I'm sometimes a little bit short and a little bit seems hot-tempered when I'm replying. I want to not to have so much theories. I want to have experiments, and I want to have your experiences. I'm asking for testimonials and I ask for experiments, and I'm almost getting none. But I get a lot of theories, a lot of links to other people's ideas. Because having ideas is very easy. Doesn't take much energy. But making an experiment, setting up an experiment is hard work. So it's not very popular. And so what I really would want you to do is less links to ideas, but more experiments, or at least suggestions for what can be made an experiment. And for example, just this time I'm posting these experiments on the setting that makes you see all kinds of colors with the laser. Imagine there's 1,000 systems out there, but I had to find that just with a certain setting you can experience this very, very revolutionary new effect that with closed eyes you're seeing all these forms and mandalas and colors of esoteric literature. But not alone. This Laia, who's the gardener in our house, you saw the one video, and a very simple person, has no idea about spiritual ideas. He's going to conventional church. But the first thing he says when he puts on the glasses, you saw it in the video, my God, that's another dimension. And then, not stopping here, the next day we asked him, well, how did you sleep? Was there anything different? He says, well, I was sleeping very good, but what happened to me, there was this person I met after I was just thinking about him. Imagine. He said, this is amazing. And then another girlfriend I met on the other side of the outside, on the other side on the mainland Brazil. And then I took her on my motorcycle, and when I was on the ferry back to the island, who was there? My wife, which of course created some uncomfortable dealy. But he said something totally. He does not know anything about core, means coincidence recognition. But he's had one treatment with the laser, with this new setting, and he says in this one day I had these two shocking coincidences. So what does it tell you? And an amazing new way to make you more connected to the informational realm. So, you know, I see my life is full of possibilities to see new things, new effects that are much more interesting than this handful of quantum effects that people talk about for 50 years already, again repeating the same thing. And so forgive me if I'm sometimes not answering, not making any more comments about this. I made a promise to myself not to do it, and suggest to me new ways of getting more feedback, of stimulating more interaction. Because please believe me, I'm putting out a lot. I will be much better if I get also some feedback, and I'm not coming from a point I know everything. But of course, I feel I know a lot of things in a new way, and so please send me some suggestions how I can improve the feedback. Something that I have to do really in the first place, maybe that you can do. So here's our posada, very nice place, and it's now going for breakfast. It's an old house. This is Parati is like 500 years old, so it's an old house. Bom dia.